Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Ayakashi Koigikyoku, and we are going to get Kosei's normal ending. So we're going to start from the beginning so we can skip everything and choose the opposite answers. So, I hope I know how to skip this. I don't know how to... Wait, where's the, Oh. There we go. Why did that not work? Why did that not work? Oh, do I have to hold? Oh, this is another one of those ones like fucking Kitty Love where you have to hold it the whole fucking time. Oh, I hate that. We'll just say I can't. I don't know. I can't. Okay, well, I guess it's skipping whatever. Not that big of... Okay, you know what? It's fine. We'll just choose opposite answers. So this was... Shit. Because this will skip whether you've read it or not. Actually, I want to see something. Oh, autoplay already read. That's what we want. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. Woo! Not that. Oh my god. That's what I want. And I want fast. Okay. Oh, cool. But it's not skipping fast enough. Oh, because it's on auto now. Okay. I wanted to just do the... But I want auto to do the already read, but I don't... But it doesn't skip fast enough, but I want it to not skip if... You know what I mean? I don't like the way they do their setup, because it was the same with... I don't like that... Okay, I gotta hold down the button to skip. That's gonna give me a cramp. But also... Like, I like other games when you skip and it gets to the choice, and you're like, okay, you do the choice and it won't skip because you haven't read. But otherwise we gotta do auto, but then it's gonna take 4 times longer. And I don't want to sit here for like 6 months skipping through this, because like, auto is not nearly fast enough. You know what I mean? So. Hey. I mean, I suppose I could have just sat here and skipped through and done all this and not like, we'll just wait here. If I get irritated like that, even though I go there, it's going to stimulate him even more. I get it. If I go after him, he's just going to get more irritated, but that just came out really inappropriate. I was going to wait here. You're not going. When I realized there was Keisuke standing next to me, but he said not to. Akase always thinks of Akito as his rival. When he's compared, and there's something that Akito can do. Oh. But he can't. He gets disappointed in himself. Okay, so basically, you know, he's constantly compared to... Okay, whatever. You know what? Just fuck it. But he has his own good things about him. Whatever. You should say that to him. They won't listen to us, honestly. Okay, I'll go now. Please go back to the office. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's almost not worth reading the different conversation points, because it's a train wreck and it's painful and I just don't want to do it. Like, I'm just not even concerned with it at this point. Like, normally we do it because we like to see, like, the alternate, like, conversation points, but there's really not much alternate conversation, you know what I mean? And it's almost not, it's almost not worth reading it, because it's painful and it hurts, and... You're used to this! Say it clearly. He sat next to me and looked at my face. You seem like you're used to being with women. Are you jealous? No! He's smirking at me. Okay, yeah, so, alright, whatever. I'm not trying too hard on this. I'm really not. Like, sorry, not sorry, like... It's just the way it is. Because we're going to spend like 3 hours going through this. Where are we? Are we in chapter 3? I don't even know. I don't know why I'm even like... You know, it's really funny. I don't even know why I have the guide up at this point. Because it's like, I don't need it. I just choose something other than what I chose. That's it. It's funny, though, because the guide says, like, to get the normal ending, just choose the opposite choices. But yeah, but it's not like I'm only given 2 choices. I'm given 3, so... it hurts holding this button down. I'm gonna, like, cramp my fucking index finger. Oh, okay, so certain times it goes, enjoy your time. I see, I'll stay here, bye! I'm not. I'm sorry. Someone's probably gonna get mad and be like, just read the opposites. But you know what? Like, it doesn't matter. This is enough of a headache. It's disappointing because I think it could be decent. Like, would it be great? No. Never. It's not gonna be great. But it would be okay if the translation wasn't a pain. But it is, so... Which is unfortunate, because again, like, I think it's got a decent premise. You know what I mean? Like, we've never dated Fox Boys before. But at the same time, it's kind of weird, because in a lot of other games... Yeah, okay, let's just say you're just working as an assistant manager for a rock band. Okay, whatever, shit happens, and then it's a short, cute, quick little game. But they put so much into the backstory. And the same thing with, like, Do It Back. Wait, actually, that's a... Whoa, no, we weren't supposed to get that! Wait, crap, can we go back? Wait, can I go back? Damn it! Oh, fuck, well, alright. Damn it! Doing it back gives a good point... So we just got... Okay, we haven't gotten romance up on anything else, so... That's actually cute. I like that, though. Like, flicking him back, like... He's like, what the fuck? You're gonna poke me in the head, I'll poke you! Poke. And he likes it. Well, that was an interesting find. Okay. Alright. So don't defend him. Look, he's sad because we didn't defend him. They've got such good, like, this one and Kitty Love, they have, like, good backstory, like, interesting backstory. You know what I mean? Like, it's an interesting... Okay, so, I'm sorry. As you can tell, there was a cut, and there was a skip to here, and you didn't see the little title card. This is Chapter 15. This is the normal end. So, what I didn't realize is that when I was recording all the skipping and we're going to get the normal end and yada yada, that my recording software just fucking stopped, just cut off, just did 7 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. Did I stop the recording? Cause like, oh, I had to grab the door and then just not start again or I have no idea what happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't, it's just, we have that few minutes. And then it just cuts off, and then it's just, and now here we are. So you miss skipping through everything. Doesn't really matter, not a big deal. But yeah, I didn't notice for like weeks. I'm just gonna tell you at this point when I'm editing this in and recording this, I've already started Yuki's route. Okay, we're like a route and a half ahead. And then I was like, because I've been ahead getting some recording and everything done. And so I haven't been editing the videos because I'm like, okay, I don't need them up yet, but now we're getting to the point where they're going to start going up. I need to edit them. That's how far ahead. You haven't seen any of this yet. None of this has gone up, and I'm already 2.5. I'm like halfway through the game. That's how far ahead I am, thankfully, because we know sometimes I'm like, I get behind. I have to try to stay ahead. But anyway, so I was like, well, let me get these out of the way because I just have a ton of videos that have to be processed and everything and get ready. And I'm like, that's taxing on my computer if I'm trying to do all my sim stuff and all of the Atome stuff for the week or whatever. And I try to do like a route at a time. So like all of Kosei's route, I'm like, okay, let's just edit all the videos and get them all ready so that, you know, I don't have to worry about it too much, right? So I was doing that one night. I'm like, yeah, let me get all of them done. And then I was like, why is this video only 7 minutes or whatever long? I don't know how it is now because it's been like a couple of days since I did that. It's been like a week since I was trying to edit these. So that just, anyway, somewhere between a couple days and a week. I don't know. Anyway. And I'm like, wait, where'd the rest of it go? And I routinely clean out all of my folders because even though I have a ton of space on my new computer, I'm just so used to doing it on my old computer where I didn't have a lot of space, where it'd be like, okay, we're filling up this drive with all of just the original videos and then the processed versions, and then Adobe saves every freaking time you click, like a bazillion of those files saved. Actually, I don't have to worry about that on my old computer because I didn't use Adobe on that one. But all the Premiere files, not Photoshop files, but all the Premiere files, I did use that. I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, she just has so many files, and Elgato, every time you capture, it saves a bazillion files. There's just a ton of freaking just shit you don't need. So I'm routinely cleaning things out. Okay, hey, I've got this video. I show that it was recorded, but I actually forgot. And I was thinking like, oh, I cleaned out all my Elgato capture stuff. Yeah, I'm not capturing with my Elgato capture card. So of course it wasn't going to be in there. I literally just thought of that now. I'm like, it wasn't saved in those files. Now I don't remember deleting them. I didn't delete them because I didn't record with Elgato because it doesn't record. The sound recording isn't working with it for some reason lately. So I have to literally have my capture card up and then I'm using my Marillis to record. But I don't know. So I don't know if somehow I had stopped the recording for a reason, came back, and it either didn't click record again or what. I don't know. I don't know how it happened because I don't know how I would have stopped my recording, kept recording, and then clicked stop again. Because I do that. You record, you click start, you record. Okay, it's recording. You do your recording, and then you click stop to stop your recording. How would I have stopped it mid and then hit stop again when I was done recording and not realize that it hadn't been, because I've done that before, like where I click record and it, for some reason, it stops the recording and then I go and I'm like, wait, now I'm starting, and I've realized that after the fact, but I don't know how the hell I managed to record the whole thing, do the whole normal ending, click stop, and on a recording that wasn't actually happening. So like, I don't fucking know. I don't know where the end went, so this is going to be really fucking short because I've just skipped through everything because I didn't want to sit here and skip through and do the whole part again and hold this button down and skip through everything. So I started in chapter 11, hoping that I could just get some wrong answers, and I just chose, thankfully, all the wrong answers, and we're at the normal ending. So unfortunately, you didn't get to see, I had to do it twice too because I accidentally skipped through the screen and I was like, was this how the normal ending started or the good ending? I don't remember because I think they both kind of started here. And I was like, fuck, I didn't see what the screen was, so I had to go back and do it again. So I've been here too long trying to skip through to get this. And I was literally tempted to just be like, you don't get to see the normal ending because fuck it, I don't want to do this. But I'm doing it for you because I love you, okay? And it's just not fair. Plus, I'm pretty sure in one of the later other routes I'm talking about this and like, well, when we got Kosei's normal ending, it was like that, and it's going to not make any sense if we don't have it. So, like, but like, it's been a long time. But we get to see Kosei again because I love him, so it's okay. So yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we cut out some things, and I don't even know, because like I said, when I saw that, I was just so disheartened that like I've got to do this again. And I literally think at that point I was through Kasumi's route. I hadn't started Yuki's route yet, but I was through Kasumi's route, and I'm like, oh, let me just do some of the editing. And I was like, and we're... What do you mean I don't have the end of the end? That's... Fuck. So, yeah, this is the detriment of being so far ahead that you're like not worrying about processing your videos in a timely manner, because then this shit happens and you're like, fuck my life. But anyway, it's all right. We're just going to record this ending, and this will be a super short part because, you know, you don't have the 10 minutes of skipping that we would have had and me rambling about whatever I was rambling about. Probably just the terrible translation or the fact that there are moments where it's okay. You're like, this hurts. And then you're like, this is actually okay. I don't know. And I don't remember this ending. I do remember this ending, and like, it's not, so the normal ending. It's not really bad, but it's not really great either. But like, anyway, well, we'll get there. But yeah, so sorry, but I came back halfway through the game to redo this for you. So there's that. I mean, Points for that, I guess? I could have recorded the whole episode, but I don't remember. And I was skipping through it. I'm like, I don't remember which one of these was the good choice and which was. And I'm not sure if we saw it in the first part of this when we were skipping through, but so many of the options, you're like, oh, okay, well, I chose the good one to get the good route. Now I got 2 options. I'm going to choose this one, and it still gives you points. And you're like, I don't fucking know what to do with this game anymore. Like, so I managed in chapter 11 to just choose opposite, like the choices I hadn't chose either time through, and I got bad ones. I'm like, okay, good, because I'm like, I need some bad choices. But honestly, only choosing 11, 12, and 13 bad options, 3, we managed to get the normal ending. So you got to get, because the last one in chapter 14, either option you choose is right. You get points for. And that's the same way in some other parts. You're like, oh, okay, this sounds, that gave me point. Which I think we might have seen that, because I'm not sure where it cut off in the original part before we got to now. Like I said, I don't remember. I didn't watch it just beforehand. It's been a couple of days, if not a week, since I noticed to when I'm recording this now. Like, so. But I gotta get this process because I think this goes up soon. So, whoops. Anyway. But yeah, so that is that. Yeah, but so I was lucky. So 3 wrong answers gave us the normal ending. So this, I think you got to be pretty spot on and get all the good answers in order to get the good ending. So interesting. But I'm also curious as to why the guide is always like, just go back through and choose any other answer. But any other answer, I could have accidentally chosen all good answers because, like, 2/3 of the answers are right in this game. So I don't know. Like, but, you know, I guess a couple wrong answers is all you need to tank you on the normal ending. So here we are. Kosei's normal ending, chapter 15. Here we go. And I can't remember if this was a train wreck or not in writing, so we're going to find out. In the dark room, I was able to understand a difference in atmosphere. I was able to understand something was happening. Even if I tried to listen, I couldn't hear anything yet. I don't know how long has passed. I couldn't tell how long it's, oh wow. Yeah, no, this one's bad, okay. I didn't know how long it's been past. I couldn't tell how long it's been past since the pyros said as a limit, is it time already, or do we still have time? I want to just go through one of these games, and I just want to read exactly what it says, but I want to read it dramatically so that it just makes it funnier, like this. I don't know how long it's been past. Like, just because you're like, that just makes it even worse than when you're just like, I couldn't tell how long it's been past. Oh, how long? I couldn't tell how long it's been past since the pyros set as a limit. All right, I'm just going to leave that there because that's great. I'm tired of thinking. I am too, and we just started this. That's how this game makes me feel a lot of the times. I'm sure I've said that before, but I was thinking about the different possibilities. Instead of worrying about me, I was worrying about Kosei and others. Others. Not the others, just others. I know they meant the others, but in the dark room, it makes me feel sync. I don't think I could actually read this dramatically or like, you know, normally you're reading like in the dark room, it made my feelings sink. It made my head feel dizzy and that, you know, whatever. And you're trying to read it and you just read it kind of normal, but like you're there. Like, obviously I'm not like acting, but I'm reading normal. And I just can't even do it with games like this. I can't even be like, in the dark room, it makes me feel sync. It makes my head feel crazy in this darkness and silence. I was keeping myself sane by thinking. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I was able to hear the footsteps from far, and the sound is getting closer. But I can't because it just makes me laugh every time. I try, dude. I really wonder. I gotta find, you know, next time we find one of these, like, most of the time mixed review games are because they're just, like the other ones we've played, it's not because the translation is necessarily bad. It's usually just, what the actual fuck is happening? Why are we doing this? Is no, like sexual harassment, the game, and then like sexual harassment butlers, the game. I mean, those ones, it was literally just because this is just so fucking ridiculous. And the writing wasn't the best, but it wasn't terrible. This is like, the translation is terrible, and I want to go through a game where the translation is terrible and just do as best as I can to just fake my way through it like I'm reading it like a normal game and I'm just having a grand old time and there's nothing wrong with the translation, just for the fucking fun of it, because I feel like that would be even more hilarious than just laughing at it. But I'm going to laugh at it because it's just, I can't not laugh at it. But anyway. Is it time for the deadline? Please don't accept the deal. As the footstep closer... I can't. As the footstep closer, the door of the room opens suddenly. Because of the backlight, I can't see well. You, come. Why? You're a pain. Just come. Jaya came into the room, and he grabbed my hand roughly and pulled me up. Ow! You're lucky that it's finished with this. That we're finished with this. I don't know what's going to happen next, though. He took me out from the room, He dragged me out of the room. Okay. Jai was grabbing my arm hard that I can't shake off. I'm just going to read it exactly as it's typed. For the most part. Sometimes I'm going to have to fix it because I can't, but it's just kind of fun. So we're going to have fun with this because literally this is one of the actual worst, I think, Kosei's route compared to some of the others. There's serious moments. It's always what I've noticed now, future me telling you. The first chapter is always the fucking hardest. It's always like, what is it? And then we hit a point where you're like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. And I feel like maybe some of the later routes got more updates with the translation update, because I feel like Kosei's route was the most painful and I cried a lot through it, especially this ending. But most of the other ones, you hit points where you're like, what the fuck is this chapter? And then it's okay. It's not beautiful poetry, but it's readable and you know what they're saying. You're like, oh, that sounded a little awkward, but not. The actual fuck is this word spaghetti? But this one is word spaghetti and it's painful, and I forgot how painful this one was. So when I got out from the room, it was the second floor of the storage. After going down the iron stairs, there was huge space with the container with luggages. Then I saw a person I've thought of in the darkness, and I screamed involuntarily. Kosei! Are you all right? Kosei looked like he's standing, but when I looked at him carefully, there's limitation on his movement. From the place little bit apart, there's Shishiya and Nakone putting on magic on him. Is it more fun like this? Because I think it's a little more fun like this. Anyway, I'm okay. Kosei, you came here alone? I can't bother them more. So, what were you going to do alone here? Or are you going to accept the deal? Or do you want to see her getting hurt? A lot of questions there. I can't accept. Right. So she was right. You're onky a human. What? That's how it's typed. Oh, God. Oh, we should have read everything like this. I'm sorry for the next route and a half that you're going to watch when we're not reading it like this, but a future me, when we're in Yuki's route, will be like, and now we're just going to read it like we did the end of Kosei's route. And then you'll figure out where we were at the time. I'll probably forget by the time I get back to that, because this is what I'm doing today. So anyway, you don't care about her. No, that's not true. She's nothing to do with anything. You can't hurt me as much as you can hurt me as much as you want. I can leave Foxy or so. What are you talking about, Kosei? Even though you quit doesn't mean anything. But to hurt you isn't a bad suggestion. Stop! Shut up! Oh! Oh! Ow! It's supposed to be ow, but I don't know how to pronounce that. It's almost like we, but without the I. Is that how you spell it? O-U-I? Right? I don't know, anyway. Rather than the fear of my arm getting twisted, I was more scared about Kosei. So we'll have two hostages, meow. Just like how he says meow instead of now. Nakone skipped toward Kosei and scratched with a sharp nail from this chest to stomach. Ah. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm just a little delusional right now. I'm also sweating to death. It is fucking hot where I'm sitting. Like, holy shit. Like, oh my God. Like, I'm inside in the air conditioning, but it must be because I'm sitting by my door, even though there's no sun coming through. It's just like 100 degrees over here. Like, Jesus. And I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm just like, fuck, I'm dying. Anyway, clothes were ripped and there was bleeding from the skin. Well, the clothes were ripped sounded sexy until you got to the bleeding of the skin, but... No! If we're doing this, you should be injured so you won't be able to get up. I mean, that doesn't sound as threatening as you wanted it to. Shishiya transformed to the original figure. His body became bloated and looking like a raccoon's stomach. His whole body looked like a raccoon's stomach. Gross. Then he opened his mouth. There was a bunch of leaf spouting. The tree leaves became like a sharp knife and it attacked Kosei. I think the first time I read this too, I was like, the fuck? Was this in the good ending? Did we have the weird leaf spouting thing where you're like, the fuck is happening? Goddamn trash panda. Whatever. Anyway, he couldn't stand anymore and collapsed on the floor. Stop, please. I couldn't stop crying. It was even more hurtful than I was getting hurt. I can't. I physically can't. I want to just read it exactly as it's written, but it makes me feel dumb. I feel like I'm getting dumber. Like, I'm going to go to work and be like, I can't, I'm dumb now. Like, I literally got dumber by playing this and reading it the exact way it's translated. Like, without at least trying to make it slightly better. Holy crap. You don't have to hesitate. I don't mind getting hurt. Release her. Kosei was breathing roughly and bleeding everywhere and couldn't get up. Stop! I don't want that! It's a beautiful conversation. Well, if we take the Magatama, she's just going to be a human being, so there's no value to her. It's not fun to release her like that. This guy is fucking messed it in the head. Jesus. Stop! There's no other way you can do that. Stop! Like, because the P is almost stop. You know, like stop. It says stop. The stop. Like, the P doesn't make a lot of noise. Stop! Like, man. That moment, there was someone opening the door. When I squint my eyes to look, I can see a shadow. You guys! Shishiya brought Kosei's body up. He grabbed from behind. I'll sit. You were late. Kosei! Why? Maybe he meant his coming here alone. Yuki's was squinting to almost cry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, Kosei. I'm not. I'm sorry about this whole game, but I'm not sorry about this. This is kind of fun for me right now. Even though you come now, you can't do anything. We have 2 hostages and Magatama. Like, I feel like you should capitalize Magatama if you're going to talk about it like it's a person and not say the Magatama. You're just like, and Magatama. It's like you're talking about Susan in the corner. So, like, just capitalize Magatama's name, all right? Just make it a proper person. I don't know. Shishiya took out and showed Magatama. Magatama. It's an extra A in there. It was taken. I mean, look at how dramatically he's standing and like, it was taken. That's not his voice, but whatever. Just say that you guys will be quitting Fox here. Be thankful to have this easy deal for you. Shishi stamped Kosei's foot. I'm just reading it how it's typed, dude. For anyone who's just listening in the background and not actually reading along, I swear to God, I'm not this dumb. I'm literally just reading how it's typed. Well, typos and all. We're doing this. Anyway. Gah! Anyway. Hey, Spacey, listen carefully. This is the how you're gonna help Kosei. This is the how. I had high hopes for you, Akito. Akito seriously told me while I was captured by Jaya Jaya. Huh? Okay. Is it okay to openly talk in front of them? No, they're stupid. It's fine. Have you heard them speak? They're dumb. In order to do that, you need the power of the Magatama, and I'll let you know how to use those thing. Mm-hmm. But as a return, in the future, you're gonna help us when necessary. No, don't listen. You're going to be used. Kosei. It's not going to be used by Kosei. To help the fox, meaning it could also be helping to go against the humans. This is painful. It's more painful than trying. I'm not sure if it's more painful to try to interpret and read it better, or if it's more painful to read it like this and just get dumber as we go. I don't know, but we're here, we're doing this, so. I wonder how they're going to use Magatama. They wanted to have the power to Magatama desperately. What should I do? Every once in a while I do correct it because I can't. But most of the time I enjoy reading it as badly as written as it is. Before we came here, we got a permission of helping you from the village in return of this. Keisuke, you're supposed to be the smart one, and that just came out totally fucked up, but... I'm sorry we didn't have any other choice. Don't listen. Kosei. I'm happy to hear Kosei's feeling, but I didn't want to sacrifice Kosei. Right now, I just wanted to help Not Kosei. There's no I. I didn't care about future. I'm sorry, Kosei. I raised my face to Akito. I'll do it! Alright, then you're gonna make the same sound I make and pray at the Magatama. From Akito's mouth there was a mysterious sound. I didn't know how to make that sound, but trying my best to do so. Yeah, no, literally, that was a sentence. Not, I tried my best, but trying my best to do so. And I prayed from the bottom of my heart, my herd. Look, there's going to be people who are just enjoying the train wreck that is this with me reading it exactly as it's written, and then there's going to be people who are mad that I'm just not being more serious about it. I don't know. I really just hope nobody here is like, come on, be serious, and like try to at least read it better. No, because this is how it's written, and I'm reading it, okay? Like, so I just really hope people are enjoying this, because this is... Kosei's the most important person I have. Actually, this will be a normal length part. This is really long right now. Well, it's not like he's fox or human. Please, help him. But he is a fox, so... Ha! Magatama's over here. You can't use it from far away. That moment, the Magatama that Shishiya held beamed out a bright light. Ah! From Magatama, fire came out and Shishiya threw the Magatama. His arm is burning. Shishiya! It's hot! It's hot! I mean, it's fire. The fire covers up Shishiya's body. Nakone was trying to stop the fire, but the fire doesn't stop, as if it's an illusion. Hey! When Jaya-Jaya's strength of grabbing my arm weakened, so I shook him off and ran. You! Jaya-Jaya was trying to chase me, but there was Keisuke and Yuki stood in front of him. Be aware. We're quite mad. I was going towards Kosei, who was crouching down. There was Magatama right next to, so I picked up. Kosei! This fucking god-awful. Anyway, why did you accept that deal, you stupid? You stupid idiot. Because when I saw Kosei like this, I grabbed Kosei's hand. Oh, we can talk about the details later. Oh, why don't you go back to the apartment? You guys, let's clean up the mess. Akito was... It's one word, it's not two words. Not Akito was, it's Akito was. Smirking with his eyes are shining in gold. There was his ears appeared on his head. Appeared on. It's kind of like appeared on, but it's one word, so... I don't know, it sounds like a dinosaur. Appeared on? Anyway, we went back to Kosei's room. I started to take care of Kosei's wound. Each woods are not deep. Wolds? That's not a word. Wolds. Each wolds are not deep, but there's so many. Oh. Because that's not ow. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway. I'm sorry. Disinfectant wounds and put on some gaze to cover. It's shit like that that will break me. Like, that is just the absolute fucking worst. Disinfect wounds and put on some gaze to cover. Even if you disinfect wounds and put on some gauze to cover. That's not a full sentence. It's not a sentence. Why did you do this? What were you going to do? As I started touching their many wolds, it makes me cry. And it's all made because he was trying to protect me. As I started touching their many wolves. Not like there as in the place there. Not them there. Like, wow, that's even worse. And I felt like maybe I can win. And if it didn't work, I thought if I sacrificed myself, you'd be fine. You fool! Yeah, I am. I let you make that promise. I knew you were going to say that. If you stay like this, the foxes will be using you as if they're paying back. Yeah, I kind of felt that. But what are they going to use my power with? Kosei looked painfully at me. Why don't you make a contract with me? Contract? You'll be having a contract with you, and I'll be a fox working for you. I'm just reading it how it's written, and it's terrible. Why are you... No, I don't want to. It'll be different, right? Yeah, you'll be my owner. Okay, I'm just going to say what I said the original time. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. I mean, it's weird. But, like, I own you, so I can make you do whatever I want, right? But not that they're gonna draw a line there. Whatever, rude. We could just pet him and love him and squeeze him to bits. Anyway. And once I make a contract with, my family won't forgive me. But in order for me to protect you, this is the only way. To protect? I don't know what they'll do to you. They might kidnap you and place Magatama to use in their hands. No. We're a mythical creature. Just a single mythical creature, by the way. And they don't think human anything higher than that. Again, just human in general, not humans. Okay. Please let me protect you. It's my atonement who left you alone. Atonement. That was where she was confused? The atonement? Not the rest of that sentence? Anyway. Kosei won't look at me other than with his guilt. Alright, I'll have a contract with you. Kosei too wanted that, but he seems like he's in pain. He pulled me over to hug me. Thank you. Kosei, his arms around me was trembling a little. Kosei was hugging me in silence for a little while. After a little while, he took my body away. He looked at me in sad expression and placed his hand on my cheek. I'm in love. You know what? I shouldn't say that. From now on, we won't be equal. You'll be my owner. You can still love me, though. It's okay. I allow it. Owner? Place your Magatama here. Kosei looked at me straight, and he didn't hesitate anymore. As he told me, I took out the Magatama and grabbed. Kosei's hand was wrapping around mine. I want the contract. I want the contract. That feels like we should say something else aside from that. That just seems kind of like, really? Did a 6-year-old write this? Like, I mean, that kind of sounds like something I would have written when I was 12. Like, you know, but okay. As Magatama pounding, it released the light. For a moment, the light was covering. Is that it? No, more like, the fuck was all that? Anyway, you get the gist of what's happening. It's just terrible. Yeah, there's been a contract made. I'll be protecting with my life. Yeah, but who? Me? Because you should have put that in there. Anyway. Kosei, I know it's just the translation, but it wasn't the words I really wanted to have. But you won't be able to say it to me, right? If you call my name, I'll go there right away. I'll be your shield and sword. Call me anytime. Kosei kneeled in front of me lightly. It's kind of like a sucky ending if you think about it, because, like, he's just our pet now. It's depressing. But you want to stop and believe and be like, well, but I mean, in every other circumstance, like, you're just my faithful knight that is going to be in love with me and it's going to be okay, right? Because that's a route that I'm allowed to have. So, yeah, I mean, sure. You kind of feel like, oh, I got a little let down, but I'm just going to go with my fantasy land and be like, but no, we fall in love later and it's cool. You gotta work out it's okay to fall in love with your owner and for me to own you. Can we just, employer, can we do that instead? Because that just sounds weird. Owner, I just think it's a little wrong, whether you're a fox mythical creature or like whatever, it's wrong to own people. Like, it's just weird. Like, and I know you're technically a quote unquote fox, but it's also a little weird to be like, I'm in love with my pet fox. That's some kind of weird fucking shit that you might need therapy for. You know, we're gonna have to work on the terminology we're using here is all I'm saying. Foxier's member was very busy. Just one of them, not all of them. Because the album release is coming up. There's interview every day and the recording for music programs and the radio. We are forcing to do the promotion as much as possible. It was true to stake the fate. God. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. I could absolutely read this seriously, just as terrible as it is, but I'd have to edit a lot, because I'd have to cut out me laughing hysterically for about 5 minutes. But I could totally do it. It would take a lot of editing. The first reservation has been finished, but there's more orders coming through. The first product shipment is going to be over 500,000. It's amazing. We can't rest now. Let's aim for the 1 million. Well, my cousin was screaming, and I couldn't follow him anymore, but he's been managing before they even made a debut. This album is the one that they gathered throughout this 3 years, not years, years, since the debut, so all the staffs are all excited and put more effort. Also, there was so many twists and turns until now. Sure, let's do our best. And so we have to divide in 2, right? Yeah, for me, Akito and Kasumi. For you, rest of them with Kosei. Yep, after radio, we're coming back to have an interview with all 5. The schedule for work is all filled. Are Kosei and other coming? Yeah, when they called me when they left the apartment. After that, Kosei and I, who made a contract, was condemned by all the foxes. In the end, other members are going to take care, so he was able to work as Foxier, but he might not be able to go home anymore. So our contract lasts forever. Good morning! Let's try our best! That was the most comprehensible sentence. This whole fucking part. Anyway. Yuki and other came into the office. Good morning! You're energetic! Well, her album is going to be released, so even if it's busy, I'll do my best. Yuki literally makes the most sense out of everybody. Every time he opens his mouth, it's an actual normal sentence. I can rely on you. Good morning, Kosei. Yeah. Okay, well that was also, but it's one word, so. Kosei modestly smiled. After the contract, Kosei doesn't tease me or be mean to me anymore. He's treating me as if he's stepping back a little. I didn't quite understand whether it was because of the contract or his will. We don't know whether everyone knew the difference, but I don't have any other choice but to accept the situation. That's depressing. If our contract lasts forever, then Kosei will be staying next to me forever for sure. I still love you, though. At least that was written well. I still love you, though. Oh, that was beautiful in the midst of this fucking clusterfuck. I was peeked at Kosei's face from the side. I was holding back myself with the feeling I have for Kosei. And then you get that. You're welcome. Oh god, right, and we can't skip this. I can't skip this? No, I can't. I've watched this a million times! Anyway. That was actually more fun to read the second time around because it was a fucking train wreck. It was a train wreck. I cannot remember. Obviously, it was a train wreck the first time. But like I said, there are moments where you're reading and you're like, okay, it's not too bad and I can figure out what they're saying. And then there are other times where you're like, the actual fuck is this? And I don't know. Part of me really does wish we read the entire game exactly as they typed it. But I think I would go insane. Because as you can see from this first part, there were moments I just broke down and I was like, and it was exhausting in the very beginning. It was a very exhausting being like, I gotta record this game. I do feel like the later now, I'm not spoiling the routes really, but I'm just saying that the later ones don't feel as painful, or I'm just getting really used to it. But then recording this, I'm like, the actual fuck is this? So I definitely feel like Kosei's route was like, yeah, fuck it. Yuki's route doesn't seem so bad so far. There are some fuck ups and it's a little weird, but it feels a little bit better. And I think Kasumi's route had the the moments where you're like, the actual fuck is this train wreck bullshit. Wait, there it is. Sad Oath. That's the one we'll look at, because I think this is the one we looked at the first time we ended this. I don't know, but at least we're recording now. I know it's there and we won't delete it, and I don't know what happened, so. Anyway, I am sorry that I had to redo this. More for me now after reading it again, and I was like, I had to do this a second time. I blocked it from my mind. I remembered what happened, but I didn't remember how it happened. You know what I mean? I remembered this and the oath and it being sad, but I didn't remember just how fucking bad this ride was. I'm nauseous and I'm going to throw up now. I have motion sickness. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so when we come back for you guys, the next time we'll be in Kasumi's route, and actual me will be continuing on into the future to go back into Yuki's route. So, but let's just pretend I'm hanging out with you and I haven't, and next time we'll do Kasumi's route, and God, I wonder how bad that's going to be. It's got moments. It really does. So far, every single one of them starts out like a goddamn train wreck, and you are like, what the fuck is this? I can't read this. And it does get a little bit better. And then we hit those moments where it's terrible. So it's a rise and flow. But I do feel like I think I had the most problems with this one, thinking back now, weeks later. But I don't know if that's just because I wasn't used to the train wreck that was this route, or if it's literally just because it's that bad. So, you guys who just watched all of it and are watching on a normal every other day thing can let me know. Obviously not now, but in the future, because I don't know, after taking breaks and recording other things, you'd think it'd be harder to play this, but it actually is getting It's not terrible. The plot and everything wouldn't be bad. It's half-assed, sure, but it's the goddamn translation. But that's why we do mixed reviews, guys. We play these games we play the trash games that everybody is like, this game is awful, because that's fun, and we just wonder why the hell we do it. Like half of the Dogen Saka Labs games, and then we play the other half that are like great, and we're like, I fucking love this game. Like, you know. And then we do other games like this, where you're like, the translation is terrible, and you're like, great, it's a mixed review, and you're like, yeah, nope, it was terrible. It's terrible, but it's worth playing, because here's the thing. I'm going to pay the money and slog through this so you can enjoy it, and you don't have to spend your money and have gotten a game like this where you're like, what did I waste my money on? This was terrible. If you're going to spend money, I want you to enjoy it. I do think that you should buy Atome games and support Atome games, because otherwise I won't have anything to play because they won't localize anything. But, you know, if you're in that crunch with like, okay, I got money for one game, what do I buy? This one with the terrible translation that's probably not worth the full price at fucking all. Or like a really good, well-translated game like Code Realize or something, and you pay spend the money on the really well-translated ones. Spend the extra money. Get the really good ones that cost a lot of money. Like, spend your money on those. Like, come here for this. Like, I'm still going to play the really good games, but you go play those first and then come and then watch me play them. How about that? All right. But anyway, yeah, so have fun with Kasumi's route. I'm done with it, so I'm not going to give you my thoughts on that one until we get there, and you'll get to go experience it with me as I experience it, instead of me now, who's already, this is weird, this is a mind fuck, I know, I don't know, but anyway, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed Kosei's route. I do miss him still. I do love him. Do love him to death, but, you know, it is what it is. We have to move on. I'll always love you, Kosei. It's okay. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, especially because I had to do this twice. You did it once, I did it twice, so double the thumbs up. And subscribe to see more.